I want to welcome everybody, welcome, and I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, a Happy Christmas for this year 2019, which is about to become, well, which is about to come to a close. We've got 2020 just around the corner, but it doesn't matter if you're watching this video and it's old, because hopefully this will bring you some nice Christmas warmth. If you celebrate Christmas, in any years, any year that you watch this video. You know, I've been meaning to do some Christmas art recently in general, but I thought this time we'll do it. Just dive straight in. It's Christmas Day, and here we are. It's just turned 20 minutes past 1 in the afternoon, and in this video, I'm going to do a little Christmas painting. How about that? Let's do a Christmassy scene. Let's get it classic. What I'm going to do is it's going to be rough, but that's okay because that's kind of what I'm going for. So I'm going to paint some blue on there, and that's not a very nice blue, so let's choose a nice bluish sort of colour first. That being said, we do need a kind of winterish, kind of greyish blue or sort of area. Really, we want it to be a very cold sort of setting, but we're going to start off with some blue, cold but warm, you know, just like those old very beautiful Christmas designs you'd see on some of the old Christmas cards, you know. Now, so I'm going to merge this layer down with this one. So we've got our sky background. Obviously it's going to be a snowy scene, and I've chosen to go for a day scene, okay. I think what I will do is I'll bring down the levels so they're a little bit darker now, because I want that snow to really show. Just for now, we may bring the sky up a bit lighter, of course, later on. I'm going to go in with a paintbrush. I don't have a clue. I was thinking, what should I do? You know, I was trying to contemplate, should I do like pencils, coloured pencils, or pens, or whatever. Anyway, I'm going here. I should have it on like a lower opacity, I think. Yeah, I'm going for we'll work the opacities as we go. We want to get this like a painted scene. I want this to be simple. I don't want it to be lots of work, but I do want it to be nice, you know. So I'm just putting in a snowy winter scene, a snowy landscape there. Got it on a 75% opacity, that brush there. You might go for 80, you might go for 60, it depends on you. I'm going to go for a lower opacity still now, for further back stuff in the distance. So what kind of scene do we want? It's kind of hilly, it looks, I must say, but we might change that. Let's see if I change that slightly. Oh, and now we're getting some strange stuff going on. Ah, no wonder, because I did it on the same layer, silly me, but that's okay. Just treat it like a piece of paper and just say, just paint on there, okay. Everything else will be on different layers. So I'm just going to go with this for now. And there we go. Okay, so let's have a look at what we can do here. I'm gonna excuse me, cough myself to death. No, not on Christmas Day. I'm going to go with a very dark colour, and I'm going to start to paint in some shapes for some buildings. I would like to ideally have it like some kind of Victorian scene, you know, like some Victorian street or some old Victorian old England, something like that, you know. I don't know, you know, that kind of thing, like you'd imagine, like in Scrooge, for example, Christmas Carol. I'd like to have those kind of scenes with all those old houses. The only thing is, I look for a reference on stuff like this. Sometimes I look for a reference on like how you draw such houses and things, you know. How do you draw a Victorian house, you know, things like that, Victorian style. So I'm just kind of mocking something up here without mucking it up, I hope. As I haven't chosen a complete black here, just to, you know, a shape, a dark colour, sorry. So I'm just trying to block something, you know. I may not even keep this. I'm not really liking it too much, to be honest with you, what I've done so far. I may just, mind you, actually I'm looking at it now and it's looking kind of okay. Hang on, I can kind of change things, you know. Let me see if I can change this a little bit. probably can, you know. Sometimes it's like that. You won't be too happy with your initial, you know, start off point, but then you can change things and work things in. So I'm going to go in with this sort of colour here. I find it really cool the way you can like just choose colours from the canvas itself. I should put some windows on here. See, I don't want to get too over the top with the architecture sort of thing, you know. I want to make it like simple. Putting some windows in here. Okay, putting a bit of a roof, kind of, what do you call it, those covers on there. I don't know. Put some more windows down here. We'll see what we come up with in a moment. It's not supposed to be too full on. We're going to go with some darks, very darks now as well. You see how I've chosen this like paint brush as well. I'm using it's like it's an actual painty brush, isn't it? You know, I think it's good how you start with like a dark colour, but it's not totally dark. So then it gives me a chance to add some blacks in and stuff as well. You see. And it gives a chance to add like the illusion, well, it actually is real as well, like real detail as well there. You know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint some more little details, more shapes in the background there. We've got a, as I say, 54% opacity here we're going with, and it's a black, so I've got to be careful, but it does give me the opportunity to overlap stuff, you know, in there. Oh, not liking that at all. Hold on. To erase this area. Okay. I'll put a few trees in a moment, obviously, and winter trees, wintry trees, and you know, stuff like that. Excuse me. I want to put some more of that roof up there. Okay, good, good, good. Now let's see what we can do. I'm going to go on another layer to be safe. Just to be even safer. Let's put a few shapes in. But we don't really want to make them to be like massive skyscrapers all over the place, because it wouldn't have been like that back in those times. You know, it would have just been maybe like a church spire or something might have been up there. You know, I suppose something like that. I don't know. You know. You know, so we're just working to see what we can do. Ooh, excuse me. So I'm just working different layers as well here. I hope you're enjoying this, guys. I am very much enjoying, because you know, I want to do more paintings in general anyway. I want to do some paintings when I can. You know, so I'm just trying to put some more details and stuff, and then maybe that's a road that goes down there. We can't really see that, but it's a road that goes back down there. Wow, I like the way this is arcing back there, like it's another road, maybe something like that. We could have changed that a little bit there, but still, you know, something like that. You see how I like how I'm using the shading. You get used to using the shade in a certain way, like, you know, as you go along. Just putting all these different little marks and things. It's like it's just helping me tell the story, so to speak. Push this further back a little bit, I think, is what I'll do. Let me see what we got. So I'll turn that off. Okay. This is this. Yes, this is this part. It's kind of in the way that this thing here in the middle here, whatever the hell that was supposed to be just then. Let's see. Okay, that's looking kind of okay. I merge that down. I think what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to bring that forward and then merge that down with that. Nope. Is that going to work? Okay, let's duplicate that and see what happens. Okay, duplicate that. Click that with that. How about that? Okay, that looks kind of okay-ish for a start point, right? I think we're going to need to bring some lights out in this as well now. We're going to need to bring some lighter areas out, definitely, on this house here, just to make it, all these structures here, just to make them stand out ever some more. You know, these would be big stone like buildings, you know. If you look around London, where I come from, you know, you will actually see like old buildings that are still around. You do get, you know, some like old history to them, you know, you do get some like that. You can see, so, you know. So there we go, you know. So I'm going to have this like this. Get something else here, maybe a wall or something. I'm just literally making this as I go along, okay? So that's that. Okay, we've got a little scene going there. Definitely got a little scene going there. Okay, let's see what we're going to do now. Put a bit of light on the front. I'm just going over that with a little bit of light. Let's see, just to bring it so it's not so dark. Like push it back a little bit, you know, into the picture. A bit rough, but it's okay because that's what we want to kind of go for, you know. See how I'm painting that a bit out as well, you see there, to give it some look, see. Okay, that's enough. I'm not going to go over the top, but, you know. Okay. Now, let's do some stuff. So, do some stuff, shall we? Do some stuff. So I'm going to put some, I'm going to put a, I'm trying to think now. I have like a big, I could have more buildings in the background. I mean, this is pretty close to us, I must say. Let's just see what I can do really quickly. I'm going to go with like a bluish sort of colour. Yeah, bluish sort of colour. Bring that. Don't worry, I'll cut it off the shapes. Okay, I will cut them off to a certain degree. Yeah, I've got to have some kind of higher looking buildings and stuff. So I'll cut this bit off here. You see, like that. So it's just in the distance. You see. We'll put that down like that. Start cutting some shapes out of it, you know. At least that shows a bit more detail, I'd say. Some people say detail. Yeah. I say detail. So I'm really going for like a Christmassy feel. It's gonna be really wintry and Christmassy. You'll see when it comes round to it. Can't do too much detail because this is stuff further back in the scene. So the main stuff's really in the foreground. We're going to be focusing on mainly. Another thing actually I really want to focus on is I want to make a road here in the snow, like a bit like areas where the just merge that down quickly. Yeah, hold on. So yeah, I want to make areas where, yeah, I'll do that as well. That looks better. Hang on, is it like this maybe? Okay, like this. I want to do areas where the snow is pushing, or like under. We can see like through the snow. I'm saying, you know. So we can see some concrete. It's not very warm looking right now. There's not many colours I know, but going on. But you'll see in a moment. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm saying that if I go here, I can start to get out, like get areas where, you know, the snow's not completely covering the road. You see, like this kind of thing. You see? If you can hear that sound in the background, that's my pet rabbit, Chucky. Okay. Yeah. So that looks a bit better already, I think. At least it gives some indication of some detail of some sort, you know. I'm going to say also, while I'm here, I want to just say, obviously also doing wintry kind of scenes like this as well is good, because with the snow and stuff, I'm saying, because it's less hard work, you know, because like you've got the snow covers up so much detail. The same when you have maybe grass, but maybe I'm gonna say like mud and stuff like that, you know. Anything like that is always helps, yeah, in some way. It's got these uneven kind of slightly rounded off cobblestones here, doing the lines in between them, you know. Okay, can put a little indication of like some shadowy like areas too, like to separate the snow. Not going overboard with that, but just a little bit there on top. See, even put some like indications of like little footprints or something if you wanted to do that. You know, I don't know. This is not perfect. I'm saying putting some little marks if you wanted to do that. You know, I'm not really going to go overboard with that right now. You know, okay. I'm going to put a tree on the other side and some children playing and some kind of warm colours and stuff. Okay. I'm going to put some whites and stuff on as well now as well. Let me see here. Put some little colours or some kind of like yeah. You see, look at how I'm bringing these windows out already. See. Yeah, you see, it's things like this just have to be done sometimes. I mean, they're dark windows, yes, but it's like you've got to do certain things to bring stuff out, you know. Even in here, like even over here. Even just as to add the detail in, even like just certain things, you know, like you see, look, even like over here, let's see, like even things like that. So just to add the detail in. Just working certain things to see, like. And another thing that's really missing from the picture, you may notice, is of course, I'm not going to go overboard, but I'm just saying that go overboard anymore, I'm going to get eaten by sharks. I was saying, another one is putting snowy areas too, like, and I think I'll start doing some now. I'll start painting some snowy areas on. We're not going with 100% opacity on this. As I say, that you get a good load of snow, because you've got to remember back in the day, like earlier on in history, you know, there was actually a lot more snow, you know, in a winter time in England. I think that's true for a lot of places in the world. They're talking about how there's global warming and stuff, but then again, I don't want to get into a debate with that. I'm not one of these people that follows all that stuff. I'm just saying that, you know, yeah. So I'm still using this same brush I've been using the whole time. This brush, you see, this paintbrush, okay. And yeah, I'm trying to make it like realistic. See, like paint a bit of that snow like heaped up. You see, all these different little areas. I'm just trying to imagine different areas, you know. Again, in the snow as well, like little areas. You see, to make it a bit more realistic, like you see on top of there. You see, trying to paint that in. Taking some of that dark colour as well, and then mixing that in here to make this area a little bit more believable as well. You're going to start to see like little plants and things like grass sticking up as well. You'll see in a moment. I'll mix some blue in as well. It's a bit too strong, I think, but you know, things like that. Okay. We're not finished with our snow, of course, yet. We're going to put some snowy areas on the back there. And I say, remember the whole the whole thing, like, you know, the light, the dark shows the light, and the light shows the dark, you know. I'm just working it like an absolute painting this time. It's a painting, you know. This one is a painting, absolutely. Absolutely. I can even change brushes here at this point, but I'm trying to challenge myself to just try and use just this brush, which may or may not be silly, but in some situations it's not silly, because you know, it's not silly because sometimes you can have like effects and stuff, you know, that just don't look right when you've got that certain brush changes, like a pencil here, a pen there and stuff. But it can look alright, you know, you can make it work. Obviously you've got to make things work, haven't you? So just change things. You're the artist, so you've got to do it, you know. So yeah, I'm going to go with some black now, believe it or not, and I'm going to just try and put a bit of shading like on some of these areas here. You see, on these stones here, to kind of like bring them out a bit, you see. Just bring out a bit of a scene there. I'm not going to go too crazy though. I was going to put some white anyway, like on the edges, so let's see how we can do that. Not snow, but I just mean like the edges, you see, around the, you've got to have the dark to show the light, as I've just said again. So you've got to have the dark to show the light. So that's showing a few things there, ain't it? And put some white there as well on the roofs. You can't see too much because it's further away, but nevertheless there has to be a balance between the left side and the right side, as I say. Put like a bit of a heel there, I think that's okay. Yeah. And you know, there's going to be a balance between how much light and dark we've got showing on either side, you know. Oh, that's an issue there. Okay, so we've got a few more details. Oh, a few details we can do there. Okay, being careful how we do this. So I'm still trying to work it as we go. This is one of them ones that could take a lot of time if I wanted it to, but I'm trying to do it quick, you know. So, you know, we're not going to go too crazy on that. Okay, so we're going to do that there. As I say, it's a rough one. Oh, hold on. Trying to give this a bit more of a different shape here, see? Shaping the ground. Okay, now we're going to go in and have some trees. So I'm going to merge everything, flatten image. Warm this up. The sky is a kind of boring colour, I know. We can change that sort of thing in a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to save this out first, okay? Unless this thing crashes, which it may or may not crash. I don't know. I'm going to just save this as an image because it seems to be. I'll keep my eye on that bar at the bottom there of the page, and I don't know, it's like a memory thing or something, you know. So we're going to just see, because it seems to like slow down after a while. It's weird. I don't know what it is. It's a memory thing or something. You know, so just going to save that there. Wait for it to save, and I'll bring it back in, and I'll just do some more work on it. It's just like we're working on a single painting basically, and we're just like on a piece of paper, like we're just like adding the details in as we go, you know, sort of thing. So that's saved. Okay, let's just turn it off now. We're going to bring it back into Krita. I'll just shut down the program. Now I've got to kind of find my file. Oh, there it was. I just saw it. It was just on the desktop. So let's wait for this to load up. And I hope you're getting in a Christmas mood, guys. Just turn off that there. Sorry, it's a bit slow. That's the way it is. That's just the way it is. Drag that into Krita. So yeah. We're in the mood, y'all. We're in the mood, y'all. I love to do a good painting. I wish I could do good painting. I didn't work with any perspective lines or any guides or anything, did I? I just started. We've just done it freehand. We're just waiting for it to load, guys. Hold on, it's loading up now. I was going to say, yeah, I didn't do any perspective guides or anything like that. I just literally Christmas, yeah. I just literally got the you know, I just did it from my mind, you know, yeah. Rough from my mind. I like this opening image here for Christmas. I like it when you get programs like this, when they have like a special image that will, for Christmas time. They just show you the pop-up screen, whatever it's called, the splash screen, whatever. Okay, so there we are. We're back in our scene. Now let's get straight to this. Go again. Another layer, of course, because we don't want to mess up the picture by accident. I'm going to put some trees. Okay, I'm going to do this. Now what I do find is we really do need to change the brush. Sorry guys, we do need to break the rule and change the brush. It's not a rule, but you know, go for a kind of whatever opacity I can muster. Hold on. What kind of trees? I want to have a couple of thin ones, couple of thick ones, I guess, you know. And it is a painting, so we're going to have some, as I say, different things going on. I have to remember to paint like white areas on the branches and stuff, because it's just gonna have snow on it, isn't it? So it's gonna have built up snow. I don't really have to have a big thick tree or anything. It's just, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean, though? Like, just help. And you can see after me putting those trees in, it's definitely helped the picture, hasn't it? I think it's definitely brought out the scene a little bit more. See, I'm imagining that there's branches not only left to right, but like branches that are pointed towards us and away from us too. I have to imagine that. I have to bring that, otherwise they're going to look too flat and 2D. Some more heaped areas of snow that's just on there. Look, wow. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. We could even put some fun, like, little decorations or something where kids or people have put some decorations on the trees or something. You could do that. Okay, let's just go ahead. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do some. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't look very warm and Christmassy. I mean, some of these houses should actually have some things on them, like some decorations. Right now, we're talking years back. This would have been, But let's see. So I'm going to put some holly on the door. What do they call it? Some designs and things here. I'm going to put some little designs and things. Some little holly reefs and stuff like that in the windows and stuff like that. Just little basic stuff, and just to make it nice. Put a bit of red. Simple colours, But I think the simplicity is what's going to make it nice, These could be like balls or whatever they are. You can put some yellows, put some warm colours, Okay, that's good. Okay, got some warms going. Put some little things just to make it look Christmassy, Even on the trees there, you never know what they are. Frozen goddamn apples, toffee apples. I don't know. No, you know what I mean, though. Yeah, so I don't know what these are. I'm just doing some stuff here, hanging down, like maybe I've got no idea. I'm just doing some different decorations and stuff, A little bit too bright that was, but still, You see the idea? Just these little points, these little things here, just bringing a bit more to the picture, The blues, we're not going to go too far with the blues. I think the yellow, definitely bring those yellows in. Definitely, let's go. Go for it. We're not going to go over the top, but as I say, see, if it was a nighttime scene or some modern scene, I would even put like some. As I say, I would actually put in some lights and stuff like that. It was always a nighttime kind of scene, something like that. I don't even know why I just put that so yellow there on the clock there, but I just decided to do it, So that's going to be that. We bring it down a little bit. We're not going to go over the top. So like this. We still need it to stand out, though. That's just the thing, obviously. Let's just merge the whole layer. Merge the whole thing. Flatten image. And we're going to have these kids and stuff. Oh, I think no Christmas picture would be really complete without a snowman. But where are we going to put this snowman? I think we could put a small one in on this hill. I think it's going to be a fairly nicely sized one anyway. So we'll go back to our paintbrush again. I think I'll go with a bright white. Hang on, if I can, if it'll allow me to do so. Yeah, that looks actually very realistic anyway, I think, of what we've done. I'm not boasting about my painting. I never boast about my paintings, okay? I'm just saying, just looking at the effects you can do with the brushes and stuff, Gotta be really careful. It's not a drawing at all, it's just a painting, That looks kind of funny, actually. That it almost looks like you can see where the kids have been using the snow, like how much of that snow they've actually used, you know, to actually put it on there. It's got a bit of a darker area up there, you know. And it's nice actually. It's a nice contrast, you know. So yeah, I don't even think it needs to be too strong, like, you know. Go back to our normal pen again. A couple of little eyes there for some fun. Classic bread roll nose. And we've got to have that classic scarf, haven't we? So let's have a faint red. Let's get those warm colours in. But we're going kind of, where's Wally now? Where's Waldo? With the white and the red. And how about a Christmas hat on top of there to finish it off? Great, okay, that's what we're doing. That's what it is, yo. I'll do more paintings if you like, guys. I want to do some more paintings, you know. I like to do paintings, but I'm just not that good at it, is the problem. Which is the problem. We could give him like a pair of gloves or something, you know, or like a pair of yellow gloves. Just see, even pink. Maybe someone's giving pink gloves some goo or something, or maybe even like blue. I was going to say. I'm just trying to see what colour really fits, you know. Yeah, that's quite nice actually. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what happened there? Go back to our brush. So, yeah, I'm going to put some like bushes and stuff in the front. Should have the kids around here, I think. I think what we'll do is put two little kids on the path, and that'll be nice. And I'd like to have like a big Christmas tree or something really, like really something more to bring out the warmth in this. And we'll put something in the sky. In the sky, we'll put a bit of white or something here. That's clouds. I mean, there could be clouds, wintry sort of clouds in the sky. I'm not too sure. See, the kind of like, like something there. See, it just brings it. It kind of breaks it up a bit, you know, makes it more nicer. See, and it gives a bit of shadow there as well, too. So that's good, you know. Let's do a bit of that, you know. Do a bit of that, like, you know what I mean, like Australian Christmas. No, I want to say if anybody's enjoying Christmas in Australia, well done to you guys. Hope you enjoyed it over there. I play around with a lot of different accents and stuff. I mean, if you're listening to me speaking now the way I'm speaking, it's my normal accent, but controlled. Whereas you'll see, like in some of my other videos, I'm talking like, wow, totally different, right? You wouldn't know it was me. I'm stealthy like that, you know. Okay, so let's see. I can't rush. See, you can't really rush, and well, you can, but you know, you can't really rush them and mess it up. Let's just hit save, shall we? I'm gonna flatten the image and hit save just for a moment, and then hit. Where's save? Save. There it is. PNG. Okay, right. So our bar's looking okay at the bottom there. Still looking at some of these areas, like on that clock. I'm still looking at it, thinking that it needs to be a bit darker, like, you know. On some of those, it's just some of the little areas like that, you see. Carefully, that I'm just like thin lines. You see. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Totally messed up our perspective there. On one thing, but it's okay. It's okay now. See, the light brings out the dark, and the dark brings out the light. I mean, if something's in the picture, it should be seen. But the thing is, you know, you just don't want to go overboard. Like some of them lines are a bit overboard there. You know. Okay, so you know, we're gonna, as I say, we're gonna have a bit of blue. It's funny. Sometimes you don't see how dark or how light these colours are until you actually put them onto the canvas on the paper. You know, on the screen in this case. You know. Yeah, so hold on. Okay, so I'm just putting a bit of that there. So what I've got to do now is basically what I've got to do now is draw some, like, I was going to say grass, but it's like using a normal pen, a thin pen. Yeah, like things sticking out like bushes, like, you know, twigs and stuff. Carefully, not just going chaotic all over the place. It's kind of like controlled how they're actually sticking up through the snow. So not going like everywhere. It'll make an absolute mess, I think, if I did that. Bring down a bit as well. And again, putting more snowy areas on top of those. We'll see like whitey bits of white and stuff as well there. You can see how that white is brighter than the other white as well we got there, so it's making them stand out. Okay. I will actually also, while I'm here, I'll put some green on. Like some green leaf, because yeah, I mean there's not really a lot of green apart from some of them decorations we got there. There's not really that much green going on in the picture, if you notice. Really, is there? It's like I said, I don't even know what the hell I've just done there. It doesn't really look that good, but I'll have a bit of that. Hold on. You know what I mean, though? It should be like some kind of, or a Christmas tree or something, at least, you know, in the scene or something. I feel just should be there, but we don't have to have a Christmas tree in the scene to make it a Christmas scene. I mean, also like horse and carts, like you sometimes see in certain Christmas pictures and stuff, don't you, as well? We don't have to have everything. Maybe we could just have like a little present or something. That's an idea. How about a nice present, just to make this picture what it is, you know? So what I'll do is I'll flatten this. Yeah. And I'll give it some magic warm colours in a moment as well. But I'm going to go here. I'm going to do like a Christmas, maybe, hey, how about a little small pile of presents? That sounds so nice. We'll make different colour presents here. And we'll have that, you know, wrapped up. We'll have the, we won't have the colour. We won't have the colours so strong. We have them like, in a moment. I'll change that slightly. You see, but you see, got a few presents here. A red one as well. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. I think. Don't you think that's amazing? Look, well, I'm not boasting. I'm just saying. Nice little feel to it. Yeah, even just putting a bit of like faded colour in there makes it a bit more realistic. I'll put some whites, like, or whatever, for some like ribbons and stuff. You see here. Okay, good stuff. Put a darker bit here for the loop, bit the strings, you know. And I think that's pretty nice. If I duplicate that, what will happen? Maybe change it a bit. I can't make it too dark because it won't look realistic, but you know what I mean. I've got to bring it out somewhat. The funny thing is, I could even duplicate that, excuse me. And yeah, you see, like here, go to this one, you see, and then slightly, just ever so slightly, change the colour, and then I'll change the hue as well. Change that colour and the hue. Hang on, is that the right one? Hold on. Oh, yeah, it is, but it's like, okay. Is that right? Yeah. I'm going to change the hue in a moment. Hold on. Shit, excuse me. I don't really want to swear in a Christmas video. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so there we go. Change some colours. Here we go. So where's that warm colour we just had? Yeah, that's the one. And as I say, we can turn it down a little bit as well. And I think that's okay. and we're going to have some kids obviously in the front, and that's going to finish our picture more or less. But we're going to play with the contrast a little bit, and then we'll have a boy and a girl, as I say. We'll have the boy in the brown winter coat and a hat. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of oh, what's his name? Tiny Tim, you know, Tim Cratch, yeah, whatever. That kind of thing. Could have a family out here, couldn't we? But I'm just going to have like the big brother and the little sister, like really, really nice, you know, out here just coming to check out the presents, you know. How about that? How's about that? Oh yeah. Yeah, man, that could be that. It could be anyone. That could be you and your sister, man. You got one? Gotta make these guys stand out a little bit, haven't we? You know. Oh, hold on. What happened there? Oh, hang on. Just trying to be careful here because I'm trying to get the colours right, you know. Okay, hold on. Gonna balance these colours out to make them look realistic, and give him a pair of gloves, obviously, because otherwise he's gonna freeze his ass off. You know what I'm saying? Give him some dark coloured boots, you know. A boy wearing dark coloured boots and yellow gloves. It could be yellow gloves. Okay. Oh my God. So they're really, really simply drawn characters. They're close up. We can even see their rosy cheeks, but we're not going to do that. Could have a bunch of kids out here. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Checking out the presents for Christmas. I have a girl here now. A red coat, nice warm. Okay, red warm winter coat. She'll have a red hat on as well, like an old hat of some kind. And we'll give her this colour hair. Hang on, I'll make it stand out. Could have blonde hair. What do you think about that? Have a blonde hair. Okay. What's that skin colour we had earlier on? Uh-oh. I lost it, ain't I? I done lost it. Okay, put that face on there. I'm still looking at the hair and I'm thinking maybe because to give it a bit more of a, make it stand out, I should make it a little darker, I think. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm going to have to do that. Give a darker red now for the dress, the skirt part. And okay, let's see, I'm going to put some of that and some of that's got some little boots on or something as well, you know, winter boots. I don't know. And that's really nice. And we're going to have darker areas. Oh, excuse me. Like pink gloves or something. I don't know. Okay, yeah, whatever. You know, there. And that's a nice little scene. And I like the way they stand out as well. I do like the way they stand out. The colours on these presents, I don't think they're strong enough. I really don't. I really don't think they're strong. Let's bring that saturation up much more. And we'll do. Ah, that looks better. Here we go. Play around with this contrast a little bit, I think. Let's see. Still looking at it. It's got to get it right. You've got to get it just right, you know. Hold on. If you're in a jiffy, I've got to make it realistic, you know, I've got to make it realistic. I think what we need to do is maybe like paint some darker areas around to make them really stand out. Don't worry, I'm not going crazy, guys. I'll show you what I mean as we go along. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to bring that down. You see, but it just brings out a bit of shadows, I don't know, something like that, you know. See, like little areas like in between here, you see. Yeah, you see, I mean, it's like bringing out some shapes of them here. Okay, but these guys, gotta be careful here, so I don't want to overdo it with those lines, you know. Oh, hold on. Okay. Okay, now let's see what we can do. Okay, now I'm going to give them a little bit of a shadow. You'll see what I mean. Shadows sometimes bring out the realisticness in them, don't it, as well? You know, don't forget. But that's nice there. Look at that. Yeah. Going with a razor now, carefully, on one side. How nice is that for Christmas, you know? And we'll have some. Well, we'll have some darker, shadowy shadows on the pavement. It's not a very strong light, but we're just going to put a bit of some shadows here to make it nice, you know. And put them on the front. We're going to leave it like that. I'm not going to go too crazy, you know. We could even hold on, bring it up just ever so slightly as well. Just ever so slightly, yeah, that's a bit better. And they're little kids, obviously, you know, in the Christmas. This is just flatten the image. Flatten the image is more or less done, by the way, guys. I'm going to go with the colour adjustment curves. I was going to play with the levels a little bit, but let's play with that. Don't want to make it too dark. Go with that. Make it darker. Let's make a darker one on top for a second. That is way too dark. That is. Go for that. You'll see what I'm going to do in a moment. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to go with a soft eraser. You'll see. Just give it a bit of a faint, you know, so it gets lighter as it goes further out. That's that. Now the last thing I'm going to do before we finish it off, and I'm definitely going to finish it off because it's nearly done, I think. I'm going to go with some warm like colours on top, and you'll see what I'm going to do, just to test it, not going overboard, as I say. No way with this one am I going overboard. You'll see, like just putting a bit of warmth, you see, like here. Already that looks a bit too over the top, but you get the idea. It brings a little bit of different, it's nice like Christmas warmth in there, you know. You'll see what I mean. Put that in. I'm not going to go overboard, don't worry. Bringing it down a little bit there. Some yellows or whatever, see. Even different colours like coming in. See as we go along. That's too much on there, I know, but and those presents are definitely glowing, but we don't want to make it like they're glowing as such. We want to make it so it's like more natural, you know, like it's natural, real scene as such, you know. I'm going to go with a little slight blur and see what we get. I don't want to mess the whole thing up though, but give a slight blur. That's nice actually, with a slight blur. A bit too much of a blur, I think. But as they say, you cheat when you put these blurs and contrast things on, because it's like really it's a hand drawn thing, you know. And you want it to look nice how you've done it, you know. I'm going to do that. I'm going to give it a little level up. I want it to be bright. Do it like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write my... Shall I write my name on it? Write my initials on it? Okay, I will do that, shall I? I'll do it Bob Ross style. How about that for Christmas? And I'm going to write the date as well, okay? So I'm going to write on another layer. I'm going to write Richard Clark. Hold on. I'm going to write Richard Clark. Oh, with a nice pen would help. Yeah. Hold on. Richard Clark. Okay, Richard Clark. I can write my name, bear with me. Christmas. 2019. There we go. And what I'll do is, as well, to make that even nicer, I'll put it somewhere. Hold on. I've got to be careful with that because the size of it is not too good. I'll make that smaller up here. Put it over here, maybe. That's a nice place to put it. How about that? I like it over here, really, but it kind of distracts from the picture, from the paint, from the presence. Otherwise, put that there. Let's put a bit of a put a bit of that yellow glow or something behind it. How about that? Yeah, that looks nice. How about that? Yeah, Christmas. Yeah, that's how we gotta have it. We gotta have it like that. I'm gonna save that right here as that picture. And I want to say thank you very much for watching this video. I'm going to wait for it to save. I think it's already saved, which it has. And we'll just check that on, or check it out on full screen. And I want to say to everybody, thank you so much for watching this little rough Christmas picture. Some of these pictures look better further away, I know, but there you go. There's a little Christmas. Hold on, little Christmas winter scene there. Winter scene for Christmas. Okay. And I wish you and all of your family and friends and everybody a wonderful Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas and a Happy New Year. Okay, I really am grateful to you for watching this video, guys. You take care now and enjoy yourselves.